And I want to say, like, just being a fan of the music, and you know, we was waiting for a lot of things, and we turned around and seen that Nuottie had ended up passing away. He was killed. I know that had to affect everyone in USA in a tremendous way. How was for you finding out that he had passed?
It was hard. Like, I met Adi when I was in 6th grade, 2006, and I had a group. I ain't had a group because it was just me, but it was called Flea Entertainment. It was called Flea ENT, and basically, like, I was rapping. I'd be rapping in school in the hallways, and Adi came up to me like, "Yeah, your brother was telling me, like," he was talking about Millie. He was like, "Your brother was telling me, bro, you got some shit called Flea Entertainment. Like, I'm trying to fuck with it." I was like, "You trying to get with a group that's named after a nigga?" He was like, "Bro, like, nigga, I got bars." Like, so he started rapping, I start rapping. We going back and forth. And I'm like, for the first time, I'm like, I ain't rapping better than this nigga. Like, I rap better than everybody. Like, but I ain't rapping better than him. And he freestyling. So I'm like, nah, we gotta lock in. So from that day, like, years in the coming, like, we just locked in, and, you know, we just kept making music. But like, when I found out he passed, like, you know, it was hard though. You know, it was super hard, because that was my right hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we was all together every day, you know, for years. So, you know, it definitely, like, it didn't make music the same for me. But I feel like when he passed is when I started to make the best music I've ever made. And I told myself, like, this nigga definitely helping me with my pen game from above, because it ain't no way I'm thinking of this shit. Like, so
he was right there pushing that pen with you, like.
For sure.
So, R.I.P. Nuottie, man.
For sure, R.I.P. Adi, man.
Yeah. Now, it's crazy because, like you said, after he passed, I remember you hit me up. You was dropping it, and you was like, "Hey, Nella, I got this project I'm about to put out. I want to come to the studio with you in tunes. I need people to hear this." You know me, I'm like, pull up then. Like, come on, pull up on me. And I want to say, me and Tunes, we going live. We probably played about 5 to 6 tracks, and every last one of these tracks is heat. I don't think I've ever heard a song from you that I didn't like, or that it didn't have me in the zone. Like, damn. Like, tell me, where do all this inspiration, like, is crazy with this pen you got? How do you come with heat every single time and not miss? Like, I'm trying to figure this out.
It's like, I appreciate it, but nah, I don't want to hear, like, I don't want to never hear bullshit, because I love music so much. So I always find the good in some songs that's not, like, really good from people. Like, I'm like, oh, that's a strong point. You can build off of that. But for me personally, I don't want to leave, like, no stone unturned. Like, I want you to hear my music and know, like, I want to know what part of my song where I know, like, that's when that person go nod their head. That's when that person go be like, damn, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be able to, like, give you that feeling and that emotion. So when I'm writing, it's a matter of just like digging deep and, like, really, like, finding the cadence, finding the melody, making sure that the bars are, like, packed with, like, you know, like, some explosive shit, like, that's just go hit. And then, like, the pain and the passion, you know. So it's a process, like, from how I deliver it to, like, everything. So,
because it's all packaged. You're not leaving us where, these some bars, but he ain't making you feel it in the deliverance. Exactly. You're making sure you hitting every single point, like you said. And for somebody that just love hip hop and love rap, like, every time I hear them, I'm like, damn, he going crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure we can find clips from the 41911 where I'm like, damn, Flea, you doing this again? You doing this again? And that's when everybody's calling you Flea at this point. And recently you hit me up, and it's a whole rebrand. Yeah. And I'm like, wait, it's not Flea no more. It's NahChalant now. Okay, what's going on? And even the sound is a little different too. Like, tell me, what inspired this rebrand that you're doing?
What inspired? Honestly, Taisha really inspired, like, the rebrand, because, like, I was in the studio recording. Al was there. He was getting footage and content. I didn't really know what I was doing, like, with the footage, other than, like, posting it. You know, so, like, she was, like, listening to the records I was playing, and she was giving me feedback. And, like, and on top of, like, giving me feedback on the records, she, like, already knew how to, like, unravel everything. Yes. And I'm like, damn, like, pretty much like I need you as a manager, like I need you like on my team, like
Absolutely.
and like she was like resistant about it, but I was like consistent. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but nah, it makes sense, like, cause Al's my cameraman, and like bro, like you got the sauce, so like,
Let's
I need
do
somebody
this.
to keep me accountable. Yeah, like
Yes.
so. She pushed for the rebrand, like, all right, if we go do this, like, we need to reintroduce you to the city. We need to reintroduce you to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much like where the rebrand came from. And yeah.
Man, it's lit though, because I feel like this time, like you had mentioned earlier, like when I really didn't care to be like out or this and that. I feel like this time we're seeing a different side of you that we haven't gotten to see before. I'm noticing you like traveling more. You're documenting everything. You got Al with you all the time. Taisha's there, like, hey, we got to do it like this and that. And I seen you had went to New York and did content there. How was it being out there and as have you ever did content in New York before?
I never did content in no other state other than pulling my phone out and snapping some pictures, but I ain't never took a road trip with a team. So
yeah,
New York, like I said, I don't know what it is with me. Me and New York got this relationship where it's like, if I went from the city, I'd probably be from New York. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but no, we got this relationship where it inspires me. Like, cause when I went out there, I went out there with my younger brother on a business trip for him.
Okay.
And by the time nighttime came, I walked Times Square. It was my first time on Times Square.
All them lights.
Bro, yeah, like everybody on the corner was hustling, like doing from magic shows to dancing to TikTokers, people selling you stuff. Like everybody was hustling, but the lights, the TVs, the screens, the steps, like the live performances. I'm like I'll just come up here and get a corner and rap with a Bluetooth speaker. Like, so I wanted to double back and like document it, you know what I'm saying, and just create there. Like, so that's where that came from. Like,
man, and you got the vlogs, like you literally dropping content 24/7, like your experience. You letting people in more to see what you got going on. And I feel like it's working. Because we've been knew you, of course, but now we getting to see you on camera, is documented in this different light. And you got this new single, and I feel like it's like the sexy drill, like how New York got Unimpressed. You came and performed it on Live from the Kitchen. As soon as I heard it, I said, this a banger. Tell me, because New York is doing a new sexy drill, did going to New York kind of help inspire this Unimpressed single? Yeah,
so like I definitely had a New York in mind when I wrote it. I had New York in mind when I wrote a few songs, but like for this one and in particular, I definitely had New York in mind. They definitely inspired it because the song it's called Unimpressed, and it's about me doing everything I can do with a person and thinking that I'm checking all the boxes and I'm hitting all the marks, but just to find out you still unimpressed, like nothing is working. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's where the song come from. It's like, how the fuck you still unimpressed with Birkins and Chanel? You know what I'm saying? Like, not that I ain't got nobody a Birkin Chanel, but like, how you still unimpressed if that's how a nigga coming? So it's like,
it's like, what?
Yeah, like that's why I say in the song, like, what? Like, that was when I was writing that song, like what wasn't something that I thought about writing down. That was a real emotion that I got when I was writing, like, cause I was reading the song back, rapping it to myself, and then like I paused the beat and I was like, that's dope. Like, how did, like, what? Like, and then I was like, damn, like that caught. You know what I'm saying? Like, that caught on. So that's what like what kind of came from. Yeah.
Now, you performed it when you went to New York? Did you get to perform it at all in New York?
Nah, I didn't. In New York, we did 6 p.m. in New York, which was like my contribute to New York while being there. I just wanted to, flood with some bars. And then we did Save a Dance, which is the next video coming out, Fire.
Okay.
We shot that in New York and some of it in the city. And we also did NahChalant, which is that's what we just released roughly a week ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what made you change the name to NahChalant from Flea? Of course, people still gonna call you Flea, of course, because that's what a lot of people just know you from home, right? But this rebrand to the world, NahChalant. Why the name NahChalant?
So like, NahChalant, it's titled after the album, and For me, it's just a dark emotion. You know, it's a dark emotion, which also explains the album. Like, it's one dark emotion of me just unraveling all these stories and situations that I seen other people in, or I might have been in, and you know, so on and so forth. But the reason why I changed my name to that is because I wanted to have something that describes me, that explains me with just one word. I don't have to like explain a word after that, but on the same time, like I get called that so much. So it's almost like me still showing how witty I can be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so you being sarcastic,
yeah.
low key. So what a lot of people, your family, your girls, they call you, they say that you nonchalant about everything.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you don't really, you just like it is what
like,
it is.
You know, it is what it is. Because that's the stage you get to. It's like when you get to that point, it's like, yeah, bro, whatever. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm being nonchalant. Like,
you feel like maybe all the things that you've been through with just music and losing friends and family, do you feel like that's what kind of end up bringing on that nonchalantness to you?
Yeah, absolutely. That definitely played a part as well. You know, like I say, you just get to a point where it's like, nonchalant is like my final form. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see me in that stage, it's like, yeah, you lost me at some point.